Guys, we're testing out our mic situation. We had an issue earlier. I'm just testing it out to see if we've fixed it. So, yeah, this is me like in the kitchen. So, testing it out. Cool. All right, we're testing new input levels because that last test was crazy loud. So, BRB. We Gucci, man. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Finally. Jeez. All right. So we've got 4 more articles to write. I realized like 15 minutes ago that I went through the whole process, but mic issues, you guys couldn't hear anything, but you should have been able to at least see what was going on. So cool. Let's go. His hair is crazy. We're gonna test to see how good this audio is from like over here. Should be good. Should be good. Mm, let's go. All right, back to business. Back to work. Guys, I just hit a wall, man. I've had a second coffee and I'm like wiped out. Completely wiped out. I only got like 3 hours of sleep last. This child, this child of mine kept me awake. I didn't give her enough exercise yesterday, so made sure to take her out for a really nice long walk outside. She immediately, all right, I'm not going to walk through it again. I'm just going to do the work. But we're doing SEO stuff, creating articles using ChatGPT. Because if you're not using ChatGPT to do your work, to help do your work, not do it for you, then you are messing up. Hey, goreng, goreng. Guys, I might need to like take a freaking like hour break. I've got some plans this evening and socializing makes me tired. Why am I wearing sunglasses inside? Well, it's a great question. Great questions, guys. Keep them coming. um, I don't know. I just saw them, picked them up, was like, let's go. I had them at my desk, but these are really old sunglasses, a cheap pair. My puppy chewed them up yesterday, so I don't know if you can see that on camera. Oh gosh, she freaking yeah chewed them up. So they're my streaming glasses now. How's that? My streaming glasses. Plus, I don't want to give away any tells. This is a this is an information war, information battle. Information is key. Information is currency. I'm not just going to give away free currency. It's the oldest form of currency, I think. I mean, products, services stem from an idea, from information. Like, I'm a farmer. I harvested corn. I sell it to you, but I can't just harvest corn without the knowledge, right? I don't know. I'm just blowing smoke, guys. Do not pay me any attention. Guys, your brain is like a freaking muscle. You have to exercise it. If you don't, like, God, you'll be so out of shape. Can't imagine what that's like. Not saying my brain is uber in shape, but it's a real thing, guys. It's a real thing, and I want zero part of it. Are you hedging or are you never mind. I should say it rhymes with booning. And let's just say hedging rhymes with another word we won't say because we don't want the G word to shadow ban us. from our massive audience. Tens and tens of views. Guys, let's bump up these numbers. If you're watching, I'm like, I will Venmo you $20. Like, if you get to this part, if you're like at any point, you can see this part of the stream, and then I will Venmo you $20. The first person to do it. Otherwise, I'm not going to give $20 to millions of people that do stumble on it. But it's like, have you guys heard of that? What is it? There was like terms and conditions for like a piece of software, and in the terms and conditions, of like 100 pages of terms and conditions, there was this hidden line of text that was like, if you can see this, if you're reading this, we'll give you $1,000, something like that. And one guy read it and claimed his money. It was just like a social experiment to see if like anybody was reading it. But you guys, what you should do, and I don't do this, but now that I'm talking, thinking out loud, like copy paste terms and conditions from, like, let's say TikTok that you agree to without even thinking about into ChatGPT, and just ask it like to summarize it for you, and like ask it if like there's any sensitive information that's being taken from you, or like what you would advise. Actually, it's not going to give you legal advice, but at the very least, it could tell you like, hey, this company's like straight up stealing your information, selling your information to the Chinese government, or Facebook straight up selling your information to, you know, 100 different third parties. And then ask it, okay, what information? Well, they're legally obligated to tell you. A lot of times within the terms and conditions, it's like straight up, oh, we have the right to take general, information without actually listing out what they're taking. And based on like, I think GDPR and like FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. Could be wrong. I think the first one's right, GDPR, but the second one might not be right. But essentially, you can request to see your data, like what data of mine has been sold. And I think you'd be surprised. In fact, I'm interested in seeing what personal information of mine is out there, just being sold like freaking currency. Like I said, information is currency. So, yeah, just keep your head on a swivel, guys, because the Zuck is coming for you. The Zuck will truck through your house and freaking take your wallet, take your art, take it right off the wall. No bueno. That's no bueno. Guys, I'm feeling pretty good. We're like Freaking trucking along here. We're zucking along, guys. Trucking and zucking. Trucking, zucking, and shucking. And I'm not going to say the fourth one, but I think you guys get it. Guys, I'm definitely going to take like a 30-minute break after. What do you guys think? 30 minutes? Is that like a reasonable break? I don't know. I'll be productive. I mean, here's the thing, a break, calculated breaks are productive. It's when you decide to take like a 3-month break that, you know, it no longer is good. I mean, unless you're, no, there's no reason. Entropy will kill you. Am I schizophrenic? Stop asking me that. No. I can tell you who is, though. Jimmy. Jimmy is definitely schizophrenic. He's schizo. We tried to throw him in the loony bin, guys, for allegedly smoking crypto. Now he was smuggling crypto on a train from Spain into France, and got busted by the crypto dogs. Crypto dogs came, sniffed, found the crypto, took him in, detained him for 30 days, injected him with Ethereum, made him talk, threw him in the loony bin, gave him a grippy sock vacation. Extradited him back to the US. Seized his assets. But he's back, guys. You don't have to worry about Jimmy. Jimmy's fine. Jimmy's been through the ringer before. They tried to cancel him back in 2010 before cancel culture even existed. So he lucked out there because there was still some thin thread of decency. Society hadn't become completely unhinged at that point. But Jimmy's back. Jimmy's he's in a halfway house. He's working with Steve Balboni up at corporate. Balboni is great. I mean, he's great about hiring ex-cons fresh off crypto. You know, he was an addict, Balboni. Uh, then he met Tommy Tough Knuckles. Tough Knuckles really whipped him into shape. out of New York. Tough Knuckles ended up giving Balboni a job. Balboni, of course, made it his life goal to freaking help ex-cons like himself. Ex-cons with that are recovering from crypto addictions. Yeah, yeah, guys. So Jimmy's fine. Jimmy is you can call him a you could just call him Jimmy Tough Knuckles at this point because I mean, he's essentially a product of Tommy Tough Knuckles. Because Tough Knuckles, you know, he's still around, but he's sort of he's living in Florida now. He was from New York, now he's living in Florida. But Tough Knuckles, ultimately, he doesn't like the spotlight. But I think he ultimately wants his, prodigies to go on and carry his name essentially because he doesn't have any kids, doesn't have a wife, no dog. He's got a pet raccoon, two pet raccoons. They're old though. They're like 18. I googled it the other day. Like, what's the average age of a raccoon? And it was like 8. So I was like, what the heck? This guy's raccoons are 18. How is he keeping them alive? But it just proves like Tough Knuckles is a tough. He's a tough knuckle. If he can keep raccoons alive for 10 years past their expected life expectancy, like he can. Let's just say Jimmy is a product of excellence. Matter of fact, I'm meeting up with Jimmy later today. Maybe I'll get him on the stream. You guys want to see that? We'll get Jimmy on the stream. I would say Balboni, but Balboni's freaking on a bender right now. He said he was going to quit, but you know, it's hard, man. Crypto's really hard to lay off, especially during the dip. During dips, it's very hard not to smoke the crypto because you're always like seeking, okay, if I smoke the dip, like, is that going to change anything? Anyway, I'm excited to see Jimmy Jones later. I think he's at the casino right now. If there's anything, okay, so the funny thing about the casino and Jimmy, crypto is, as you guys know, highly addictive, right? But casinos, they're like the perfect listen, I'm trying to recover. I need a little help. What's a good sort of safe alternative? So yeah, Jimmy's just been in the casino since like 6:30 this morning, just banging them slots, just smashing max bet. But you know, it's like the legal version of freaking crypto. He's looking for that next fix. When can I hit that next jackpot? Am I going to win this like mini game? Whatever. He really likes the Buffalo game or whatever. Like, actually, I'm the one who got him hooked on that. But it's all good. Um, I think he's got some good bones in him. Jimmy Jones, Jimmy Bones, Jimmy Tones, Jimmy and the Tones. That was his freaking. That was his acapella group back when he was upstate. It was actually really cool because like I'd call him, right, or he'd call me on his like weekly. I'd send him money for minutes for his phone plan while he was upstate, but he'd call me. This is this is Christian. What's up? How's it going? Who is this? Oh, would you like to accept this collect call from? And then it would be Jimmy saying his name. Oh, of course, smash one, pick up, and it would just be him and his acapella buddies just belting out like some freaking Leonard Skinner. They did some like show tunes and stuff too, like Sweeney Todd. They did some Phantom of the Opera. My favorite personally was Queen, obviously, but these guys are good. Jimmy and the Tones, and then he had. I mean, there was a trio, but there was uh, Balboni's nephew that was in there, Kevin. So Kevin was part of the trio, but when their third got out because he got out on good behavior. He ended up they ended up having a duo, right? So then it was Jimmy and the Two Tones. That was Kevin Balboni and Jimmy. So I really liked the trio, if I'm being honest. But obviously the duet. I mean, Jimmy and the Two Tones, they still they still threw it down. Let's just say they threw it down. Kevin was an interesting guy because I grew up around this kid, saw him grow up. We'd hang out. Me and his dad, would hang out, just shooting, shooting the. Let's just call it shooting the old, just kicking cans outside of his house. Little Kevin runs around in his diapers. Granted, he was like 12. He was still wearing diapers, but he was a little on the slower side of getting potty trained. But yeah, I would watch this kid, watched him growing up, babysat him a few times when he was like 17, 18, 19. Again, he just needed that extra, you know, monitoring. So anyway, took him out, to West Texas. He was about 18, 19. His dad and I, the three of us went out there, shot some hogs. We'd shoot hogs and ride ride four wheelers around Balbone's, ranch out there. And it was a massive ranch. It was like 1,000 acres, 1,000 plus, something like that. 1,000 hogs. I'm not talking like little piglets. I'm talking like freaking boar, like wild boar. And he would, they would basically reproduce like rabbits. I would say a different word. We could say copulate or, you know, repopulate. But yeah. So after about like, I think after like his third year of owning the ranch, he went from like having like a pack of six to, I think before he sold the ranch, he ended up getting up to like 200. So the game warden had to come out and take care of it because they were getting into, I mean, they were getting into everything. Like neighbors were freaking, one of the neighbors' kids, like he ended up, he thought he could like train one of these hogs, right? His little like 10-year-old redneck kid out in West Texas. He ended up like built saddle and feeding this wild boar when he was young. But then, one day he was riding this hog around the property and they just decided to go crazy on him. Put him in the hospital for like 3 months or something. But yeah, so Baboni, his son, three of us would go out there, shoot hogs. Really, we were just like pest control at that point. Yeah, I remember this kid growing up. Uh, yeah, we just sit by the campfire and Baboni is, senior, bust out the old harmonica and we just freaking, the two of them, man, they were just crazy. That's where he's the one who got Jimmy into freaking singing. My God, man, this kid was just, let's just say you can call him a jack of all trades. And when I say that, I mean like stealing cars and shooting boars. Shooting wild boar, just straight up jorking it. Guys, we are very close to the finish line here. When I say that, I mean like our freaking goal stopping point. Then I got to take a cigarette break. I don't even smoke cigarettes, but I think I, you know, deserve a cigarette break because it's just not fair, man. Like Balboni, like Jimmy, when he was but he was doing time or whatever. Kept telling me, you know, all the guys would get freaking smoke breaks out in the yard or whatever every day, like twice a day. And Jimmy, coming from a good Christian home, never smoked. His dad always told him, don't smoke cigarettes, don't smoke crypto. So anyway, he freaking doing time. These guys, about 3 o'clock every day, I think at like 8 o'clock right after dinner, they'd say, you know, get like a 15-minute smoke break. But guess what? If you don't smoke, what are you doing? You're sitting there playing hee haw with the fuck around gang while everyone's outside, like twiddling in their thumbs and sticking their thumbs in holes in the ground. So he thought, okay, if they get to play with holes in the ground, I'm sitting in here with these like special, very special people that are straight edge Christian Bible thumpers like myself. Like I want to smoke. I want to break. So that's when he took it upon himself to go out there and he would buy those like pieces of candy or whatever that we'd all buy as kids, pretend like he's smoking. I mean, brilliant if you ask me. So he ended up selling these, sticks to the guys, the Bible thumpers inside. And, after like 3 months, the pin went from, oh yeah, like 80% of the guys are smoking to 100% within just a couple months. But guess what? Jimmy was running a freaking pretty big business at that point. He was, because he was selling them, right? He was selling the big cigarette candy sticks. Everyone's buying it, trading it. I mean, it became the currency. Guards were freaking smuggling them in straight from Mexico. So yeah, he got involved, um, with the guards, with the cartel a little bit. He had a couple of run-ins with them. It wasn't like a full-on shakedown or anything like that. No, they liked him. I mean, he was a customer. He was bringing them lots of business. Of course, they treated him well. So yeah, after I think 3 years upstate, he got off for good behavior. Jimmy, Jimmy and the Two Tones, Jimmy Two Tones, both of them got out. He said, "Hey, if you're gonna let me out on good behavior, you gotta let my boy out." So he and Kevin ended up getting released the same day and went to the same halfway house. Um, for about 6 months, we put him to work. Had him trading. He was doing door-to-door sales with vacuum cleaners. Our slogan was, "That sucks." So did that for a few months. Was excellent. Was freaking, he crushed it, man. Like he was doing like 5,000 a day in sales. So of course he's fresh out of the pen, the loony bin. He ends up getting back on the crypto, starts smoking the crypto. That's when he reached out to me saying, "You know what? I need help, uncle." So yeah, so I said, "Listen, buddy, we're gonna get you right. We're gonna get you a Caesar's Rewards card. You're gonna go down to the casino, give you 20 bucks a day, and you're just gonna piss in a water bottle. Don't even have to leave your seat, but you're gonna sit right here, buddy, and this will be great for you." So that's where he's at now. Yeah, he was there at 6 a.m. this morning. He should be back probably 6 a.m. tomorrow. He's usually doing like 24-hour shifts for me because, you know, he of course I'm cut in on the profits, right? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I be? But in all reality, guys, back to serious talk. We are super close to being done because we have one more article and we should be freaking. We're going to take a cigarette break. That's where that's where I left off last time, right? So we're going to take a cigarette break. Then we're going to see where the night takes us. I've got dinner plans, I've got evening plans, but the idea is that I will be here tonight holding it down. I will be here tonight until all the money is made. And there's lots of it out there. You just got to go find it, you know? It's like freaking mining for gold. It's like it's like mining for crypto, you know? You just got to keep at it and it'll come. So 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're in the trenches, we're cold calling people, we're beating down doors. Guys, don't mind my yawning. Don't mind it, please. You're embarrassing me. Look at this, 142 pages of content. We still have like 6 more pages left. It's crazy. Tax advantages. Okay. By the way, guys, anything you are reading or seeing here is not professional investment advice. It's not tax advice. You should always consult your tax advisors, your financial advisors before making any decisions. This is strictly educational. Okay. All right. I don't want you coming back. Hey, that man over there told me to smoke crypto and freaking buy Shell stock and short Exxon and not pay my taxes. Because I did not say that. I said this is strictly for entertainment, educational purposes. So if you're a lawyer, you're watching this, don't hesitate to reach out. I can give you my lawyer's contact info. You guys can go get drinks if that's allowed. And ask him anything you want. Can't ask me anything because I'm just going to refer you to my lawyer. And if you had to take a guess as to who my lawyer is, yeah, Balboni. Does he have, is he licensed? Did he pass his bar exam? I mean, he passed a bar exam. I mean, it was just like the local pub. He passed that with flying colors, but that's beside the point, right? Anyway, I could put you in contact with him. I'll get you set up, get you squared away. And yeah, he's not a big talker though. So actually, in fact, he can't really talk because of the crypto. He ended up, anyway, he can text. So you guys go out, get coffee. You can text like at the booth or whatever. You could text, you know, outside of your cars in the parking lot. He likes that. Typically, that's like his safe space. I don't know. He just something about waving at trucks driving by. He's like, still got that kid energy, you know. He always does the, you know, arm arm up and down gesture to get them to honk. But yeah, anyway, this is not investment advice. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a tax advisor. Contact my lawyer at stevebalboni.crypto.com, and I'll get you in touch with somebody. I'll probably just shop around and try to find some, you know, flea market type legal counsel, just whatever he can get his hands on. He's usually down there like twice a week. So that's why I say flea market. There's a couple of guys down there that will do, the old fake ID, like, those types. They're really good at like legal or tax stuff too. They can they can definitely help you, you know, alleviate some, let's just say alleviate some of your tax burdens. A little unorthodox, their methods, but they'll get the job done. That's a fact. They'll get the job done. And they're cheap too, like 20 bucks. 20 bucks gets you like if you need your taxes done, 20 bucks, you don't owe taxes anymore. So, pretty simple. Um, it's just cash. They don't take any form of check or anything. But yeah, also like if you're looking for, not to give them a plug or anything because they're not paying me for this, but just some friendly, you know, promotions that they would do the same with me, on the crypto stuff, on the crypto front and the casino front. I've got my stable of horses, in the casino, on the casino floor. But yeah, not to promote these guys, but they're pretty much good at it. I mean, they'll do any type of law. They're pretty well versed in everything and nothing at the same time. So, yeah, I digress. So, Balboni Sr. is my lawyer. He'll get you set up with, you know, just text him. He'll text you back. He's a little slow. Uh, yeah, he's got like the whole Telegram thing with those guys at the flea market, but he'll get you set up right away. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it on the like just the plug. Just giving you guys the plug. And by the way, they're not sponsoring this my YouTube or anything like that. They're unaffiliated. I owe them a couple racks. So this should put a dent in it, probably at least 15 bucks. Am I schizophrenic? I mean, you guys have asked me like 3 times today. The answer is no. Jimmy was schizophrenic. He's schizo. They threw him in the bin, injected him with Ethereum. He's no longer schizo. He's just a law-abiding taxpayer now. No longer free thinking. But ah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to smack the sound there. But yep, my trainer just texted me. He wants to work out tomorrow and Saturday, and I'm like, brother, yes, let's do it. I hired him for some freaking psychological training. I can pretty much handle anything. I mean, most things, right? Like like I can stomach like the ending of The Sopranos, right? But I can't. It's like House of Cards. That one was tough. Mad Men was a little tough. Dexter. So the goal is get in the gym, get some psychological training in, so that I can watch these shows again and freaking enjoy them. Guys, I can literally see the finish line. Like as soon as this page is built, in WordPress, like I will have accomplished like more in the past like 18 hours than most people can accomplish in like, I don't know, a year. And that's just me like being scientific about it, like straight up dropping science bombs. Guys, we're doing it. Freaking doing it. This is it. Come on. Call to action. I like to think of that as like coming to the Lord, like coming to the Lord. Like, I'm ready to go home, Jesus. It's like call to action, right? Like, it's like straight up, Lord, please take me away from this like loony bin, you know? Please, you know? It's like, please, please help. So yeah, like when I think of call to action, when I write these, it's just like, please help. You know, Lord, I promise I'll stop smoking crypto. Just help me. Also, buy our stuff. Please help, Lord. Like Lord, like this, like Lord, or Lord, please out. So like, if you see this on like an article or like an investment document, like you would buy, right? Learn how to invest. Learn how to get started. Get started, as they say. You guys ready to get started? I'll be going up to Boston this summer. Baston. Just gonna be selling crypto, working 12 hours a day. All right, I gotta text somebody back. Yeah, buddy. Maybe a little bit after. That's cool. All right, guys. I think we are done. Brothers and sisters, I believe we are done with the work that the Lord gave us to do today. Risk management and direct oil well investing. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yes, we're done, guys. How many did we do? Jeez. Okay. I'm going to call my mom and tell her, hey, mom, I did all this work. Love me. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm just going to put it in another sheet and just boom. 31. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Guys, let's go. I got to hop off. I'll be on later. Check the Instagram. Check the IG, fam. Catch you out there.